Hi, this is Eric Erb from The Eric Erb Show Live. You can find me online at theericerbshow.com. And of course, find me online also at twitter.com/The Eric Erb Show. You can find me on anchor.fm, The Eric Erb Show Live. That's anchor.fm, The Eric Erb Show Live. And of course, here on Spreaker, spreaker.com/The Eric Erb Show Live. And also my new platform, Podbeam, at podbeam.com/Eric Erb Live. I want to talk to you right now about something very disturbing, reading an article in naturalnews.com. The article goes on to say 97% of the antibiotics are made in China. Supply chain Armageddon will see the U.S. pharmacy supplies wiped out. So, in other words, basically the article was saying that about 97% of all the antibiotics rather, we get in the United States are made over in China. Oh, geez, I know what you're thinking. Oh, my God, Lord help us, it can't get any worse. Yeah, about 97% are made overseas or made over in China and shipped here. Well, think about that. China's making the antibiotics. China also has the coronavirus over there. So you have to stop and think. If China's making the antibiotics about 97%, what are we to do? What's that going to say for the U.S. pharmaceutical industry? Well, we all know, and President Trump's rallied against us, these big companies has shipped all of the manufacturing, all of the labor, all of the manufacturing, because these big, greedy asshole CEOs and manufacturing companies and the owners of these manufacturing companies shipped all the labor overseas, just like they did it with cars. You know, I used to live in Michigan, and they shipped a lot of shit to Mexico. They shipped everything out of the state of Michigan. Michigan, you've seen Detroit. Detroit at one time was the world auto industry. We were the world leader. Now Michigan's gone downhill. Michigan has turned into nothing but a slum. Point in case, they shipped all the good jobs away from Michigan, all overseas, all outside of the country. This is what they've done in the pharmaceutical industry by shipping jobs and shipping labor overseas. They save millions of billions of dollars on labor and manufacturing and everything else. Because, I mean, let's face it, you go over to China, you know, the union jobs over here, and on the average back in my day when I was young, you might be making, just going into a factory, and this goes back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, you might be making $18 to $20 an hour. Now, of course, in one of the factories, you'll be pulling down 60 to 120 grand because over time the wages has gone up. So now the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want to pay those expensive wages and prices to manufacture those drugs. Well, they can get it pennies on the dollar. Think about that. Over in China and these other third world countries, they can get labor for maybe $2.50 an hour. Maybe even less than that, maybe even $1.25 an hour. So you got to think about that. They're saving billions of dollars. They don't have to pay health insurance overseas. They don't have to pay retirement. They don't have to pay disability income or disability insurance rather. They don't have to pay any of this crap that they have to pay the American worker. So these bums and these big giant manufacturing companies take their ass overseas, and guess what? They're in a state for a while, they leave a state, and what happens is they leave a big giant vacuum in the state. You have millions of people around the United States out of work. Used to be in the auto industry, used to be in this industry, and now it's the pharmaceutical industry. Now they just got to find whatever they can find because they lost their good paying job. Because again, corporate greed. Again, because the bottom line is, we're looking at the bottom line. We don't care about the American people. We care about the stockholders of the company. We care about the profit and loss, the P&L statement, the profit and loss. What we're going to do for our stockholders. If we do a good we do good for our stockholders, get a good return for our stockholders on the investment, then guess what? Everybody's happy. No, everybody's not happy. The United States worker got screwed. And here in the pharmaceutical industry, I see they're going to get screwed again. Just like the automobile industry, just like lots of the steel industry, just on and on and on has continued to be screwed in this country, United States of America. It just continues. So let me know what you think about that. Again, the U.S., all the antibiotics are made in China, about 97% roughly. So think about that. If there's a supply chain Armageddon, and think about if the United States pharmacy supplies are wiped out. Because China is not going to be able to make syringes. China's not going to be able to make these antibiotics. China's not going to be able to make these cheap fucking pills. The stuff that'll make you feel better and all this cheap fucking crap. You know why? Because China's dealing with the coronavirus. And you know why? The coronavirus in China, what they're not telling you, it's kicking their fucking ass over there. It's killing people left and right. And they don't have 2 or 3 or 4,000 people dead. They have more like 250,000 people that have died so far. They're covering up the numbers. There's over 2 million or more people globally affected. Don't forget, it's the way Chinese culture is. They're playing games. They continue to play games, and they play games with the world. The WHO knows it. The World Health Organization knows it. Everybody knows it. But they continue to tell the lie. You know why? Because the average everyday Joe, the everyday person, is too stupid to figure it out. They're too stupid to stop for 5 seconds, do a little research, just go online and just do a little research for about 2 minutes, and you'll find the truth. It's not that hard. But again, the average everyday person is too lazy. They need somebody to tell them how to think and what to think and where to think. So this is Eric Erb from the Eric Erb Show Live. You can find me online at theericerbshow.com and, of course, twitter.com/The Eric Erb Show. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, so give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe. I'm on anchor.fm. That's anchor.fm/The Eric Erb Show Live. And, of course, Spreaker.com/The Eric Erb Show Live. And my brand new platform, podbean.com/Eric Erb Live. Thanks again. This is Eric Erb, signing off.